वक्षजनार्दयं प्रवर्धनं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं 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 नमः शिवाय हरे हरे भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हरे हरे भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हरे हरे भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हरे हरे भोले नमः शिवाय धनी धनी सगम गम ग स उमापति महादेव की जय. In our prayers to Bhagavan Shiva, we appeal to Lord to forgive us for our past errors and to bless us with purity of mind. In this mantra we chant Om Karacharan Kritam Va Kayajam Karma Janva Sarvanayanam Janva Manasam Va Paradam Vihitam Vihitam Sarvame Taksham Swaha Jai 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 Karunadev Sri Mahadeva Shambho. Literally translated, O Divine Lord, Karacharan Kritam Va, whatever karma I have performed that is of an impious or impure state, with whatever attribute of my being, whether by sight, by hearing, by smelling, by tasting, by speaking, by touching, by sensualizing, he says, O Lord, forgive me for all of these things and make of me that pure soul who recognize you within. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. We focus our minds upon the Divine Lord Krishna. Let us envision that we are in Dwarika, the city of Bhagavan Krishna. There, every day, and in Vrindavan, devotees rise in the morning, and all through the day they chant the name of Krishna. And they call him all the different names. For Bhagavan Krishna is only one name of the Divine Lord. He is called Achyutam, Keshavam, Ram, Narayanam, Krishna, Damodaram, Vasudevam, Harim, Sridharam, Madhavam, Gopika, Vallagamam, Janaki, Nayakam, Ramachandram. He is all of these names and many, many more. As we sing these names, Achyutam, Keshavam, Ramanarayanam, Damodaram, Vasudevam, Harim, Sridharam, Madhavam, Gopika, Vallabham, Janaki, Nayakam, Ramachandram Bhaje. Achyutam, Keshavam, Satyabham, Madhavam, Madhavam, Sridharam, Radhika, Radhiram, Indraya, Mandiram, Chetasa, Sundaram, Devaki, Nandanam, Nandajan, Sandade, Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Harim Vasudevam Harim. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. It is told in our scriptures that every human being, we are all given 4 fruits by the Divine Lord when we come into this world. And this fruit is relevant to everything that we will need to exist in this world. These fruits are called Dharma, Arth, Kam, or Moksha. Dharma means that we are blessed with religious merit, that we have the ability to be divine souls. Artha, that we have the potential to reaping all of the benefits of what the world has to offer. Artha, everything that the world has to offer. Kama, we have the potential to experience the highest sense of pleasure and sensuality. And Moksha, we have the potential to be one with God at all times. These are gifts granted to us. But if someone comes to you and they love you and they really appreciate you and they give you a gift expressing their love and affection, you take the gift and you smile at them and say, thank you for being so kind to me. You open the package and you see it and you say, oh, don't want that. All the love that they gave it to you, you threw it in the wrapper and threw it away because you consider the gift more than the love. But the love that God gave the gift with is the gift itself. That gift of Dharma was given to us and says, enjoy it. This gift of Moksha, enjoy. This gift of Artha, enjoy. This gift of Kam, enjoy. He says, but I've given you all 4. Don't disadvantage any one of them. Use of all of them equally. Enjoy all of them equally. Many of us have gifts we get from friends, and some of them we like and some of them we don't like. Some of them we put away and we just dust them off, and some we use regularly. But Bhagavan's gift must be appreciated equally at all times. So this ability to be divine, since we all have this potential, are we utilizing it well? Someone will say, Panditji, yes I am. I'm here in the mandir. Does that not prove that I'm divine? I wonder. Here, God has given me Artha. Look, I have a big house and a car. Does that not mean that I'm enjoying all of the world's offerings? Is that true? Am I utilizing myself to my full potential of ability to acquire? Look, Pandit, I'm very happy. I'm married. I have children and wife and car and house, and I go to parties. I go to Bahamas, everything. I'm enjoying the full sensual pleasures. Am I not? Are you? And then look, Panditji, I have Murti of Bhagwan in my home. He's in my car. Pictures there. Am I not enjoying his presence in my life at all times? Tell me. We have the Murti of Bhagwan in our home and the Murti in our car. Does that mean we are close to him? I want us to have a little discussion about this today. And I see we have some new volunteers here today. Will all of you please stand up? All of you, volunteers, please stand. Please come over here. Come. Come. Let's give them all a big hand. Take a bow, gentlemen. Clasp your hands like this and bow. How many of you are new recruits started today? All of you? All of you? Put your hands up again. All of you? Give them a wonderful round of applause. Now, can you sit over here and look at me, please? All right, good. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yesterday we had 25 new recruits for orientation. 25. Over the years, this mandir has gone through over 1,000 or more young people who have come for volunteer services and have become engaged in some way in activity, in dharmic activities, and maybe they've gone off in their own world, but they've taken with them hopefully a little bit of dharma more. To these young people, today I'm not putting you all on the spot. It's just, since you're new, you've never heard this question before, maybe you'll be giving a different perspective. Don't be worried. You're not being scored for any marks here. I'm not reporting back to your teachers. Okay, good? I mentioned that God has given us 4 fruits. You understood what I said? Everybody? You can shake your head and say yes. Good, okay. And I explained to you, one is called dharma, one is called arth, kam, and moksha. And dharma means we have the ability to be divine. We have the ability to acquire anything that the world has to offer. We have the ability to achieve the highest sense of pleasure and joy. We have the ability to be with God at all times. Do you understand me? Good. And I mentioned that many of us will say that I am enjoying all of these. Do you think that the people in the world are enjoying all 4 of them? What do you think? Stand up, please. Give them a microphone. Tell me, why do you think they're not enjoying all of it? Turn around. You can talk to us.
Because not everyone...
Turn it on. Excuse me, you give them a mic that's not on? Please, it's okay. Please speak to the microphone.
Not everyone enjoys everything because some people are poor and cannot afford such things that we have. Yet some people who are actually poor could be more fortunate than us because even though they're poor, they might actually be in a stronger connection with God, whereas we're not.
What a beautiful analogy. That some people who are poor might not be enjoying the pleasures of the world, but although they're poor, they're more connected to God. So then maybe they should be poor. Everybody should be poor. Because it seems like when we're poor, we're more connected with God. But he made a very good point, 2 very good points, that, some people, because they're poor, they cannot enjoy the pleasures of the world. Is that true? That because they're poor, they cannot enjoy the pleasures of the world? Now, before the time of motor cars and airplanes and all of these mechanicals, what was the best mode of transportation? A donkey cart, a horse cart, or a bull cart, right? It was something drawn by an animal. So today, that's the poor man's mode of transportation, right? But at one time, it was everybody's mode of transportation. The rich man had a much more decorated cart. The rich person maybe had 2 horses instead of 1, and so on. But the transportation has just changed. So just because I can fly in a plane or drive in a car, does that mean I'm enjoying the world better than you who are riding a bicycle? He says no. Come, stand up. Good. Give him the microphone, please. Explain to me why you say no.
The reason I say no is because just because you're in a plane, you can still do the same things as if you're riding a bike. Like, you can still go to the same places and still enjoy the things you like.
Give me a big hand, please. What is your name, sir? What is your name?
Akul. Akul.
Akul. Atul?
Akul.
Akul. Give him a big hand, please, Akul. And your name?
Rajat. Rajat.
Rajit. Give Rajit a big hand, please. It's amazing that they are here only for the first time and they speak with such wisdom. So it tells us one other thing too, that we have a tendency to think that our young people don't know. They do know. Maybe we don't give them a chance to tell us what they know. And today they've been given a chance and all of them bravely spoke up. And again, we are told sometimes that our young people are useless. No. I said they are used less. Today, they are using themselves very well. Give them a big hand, please. So, in the question of, is everyone enjoying it equally? The two young men gave their opinion. Let me hear from one of the grown-ups. Do you feel that the world is enjoying all the fruits that God has granted the way it was supposed to be? Any grown-up, please. Don't let me make these young people make us all look bad, please. One of the grown-up can speak to this question. These boys are going to go home and tell mom and dad. The grown-ups don't know anything in the mandir. Sunil ji, I'm going to pick on you. Sunil. Please come over here. I picked on this gentleman because he's in the media business. He either presents stories, writes stories, hears stories. So, what's your opinion on, is the world enjoying these fruits of God equally? Yes or no? Or maybe they should, or how should they? What are your thoughts?
Really put me on the spot. I guess, as with everything in life, some people are using things as best they can, and some people aren't. The people who don't know they aren't, maybe they don't know any better, but over a period of time, everything works out, because that's what we all go towards. I guess that's what moksha is all about.
Another very interesting point. Thank you, Sunilji. Very interesting that over a period of time, everything works itself out. Now, to these young people, if I said to them, by the way, continue to do what you're doing. If you're doing wrong things or you're doing right things, continue to do them. Everything will work its way out. What do you think? Or do I tell them, by the way, if you're doing anything wrong, you must change it. If you're doing anything right, continue to improve upon it. But remember, ultimately, you have to work it out. So we need to understand that we have the ability of these four fruits granted to us. In time, we must, by the way, time here is not limited by one lifetime. Time is infinite. You have all the time, not in this life, but as many life as you want, to make sure you enjoy all four fruits. Because if you don't, you'll be lacking one vitamin for a complete life. Like if you eat only carbs and no protein, blah, 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 the doctor will say that you're lacking one, so you have to balance diet. Similarly, if you only enjoy arhat and kam, and maybe have a little bit of dharma and no moksha, then you are not quite balanced in the state of the spiritual pathway, so you come again to try and get fulfillment. So we come from time to time, from lifetime to lifetime, to grow. Please come over here, ladies. I wonder what happened to the ladies volunteers today. Let's give them a big hand, please. Please stand up. Stand up, the four of you. Are all four of you new? All four of you are new? How many of you are new? Put your hands up. Two of you, okay? Turn and take a bow to everybody. Clasp hands like this. Give them a big hand, folks. Am I counting right? 3 and 4, 7. 11 of you. 11 young people taking the time to come to Mandir for 4 hours to work. What would you, the grown-up, say to these young people? And please, one of the grown-up, talk to them. What would you, the grown-up, say to these young people? Fantastic. Fantastic. Give them a big hand, please. Indra, you've been involved with these grown-up, with these young people. Stand up. Tell us what you would say to them. Please come over here. By the way, Indra is one of the volunteers in the Mandir doing many jobs, and she's also involved in the orientation ceremonies together with Shivi on this. So let's give her a big hand, please. She's also very stubborn. So what would you say to these young people?
To welcome each and every one of you, and look forward to working with you. And
Hold the microphone up, please.
volunteering builds character, and what you're going to learn in the Mandir going to take you far in life, especially at work and dealing with other people.
Wow. So coming to Mandir does have value. for you. But today you have come to the mandir because you needed 40 hours of volunteer for graduation, right? Yes or no? Well, be honest now. Good. How many of you were here in this mandir before? Very good. And you decided to come to the mandir? Any one of you want to tell me why you decided to come here to do your volunteer? How about you? Stand up, please. Give him a microphone. Why did you decide to come to Ram Mandir to do your volunteer? What is your name? Say your name, please.
Shashank.
Shashank.
Shashank. With a K in the end.
Shashank.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I want to learn more about my culture and my values, basically.
Somehow I believe that they were primed for this today. They all seems to have all the right answers. You know? And it's amazing. I would say pleasantly amazing that they all have the appropriate answer. Well, ladies, I'd like one of you to tell me why you have decided to come to Ram Mandir. Who amongst you will be the brave one? Everybody's elbowing the other one. Moving it down to the left. Come over here. Tell us your name and tell us why.
My name's Himani, and I also came here for culture, and I also wanted to contribute to the community, so I came here to volunteer.
Thank you. Now I must tell you, they all have beautiful Hindu names. So let's give them a big hand, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege and great pleasure to have you here. You are setting an example that others will follow. And I hope you are motivating our grown-ups also. That they will see that their children, you the children, are of the future, and that you're willing to learn what you do not know. And in so learning, you will have the ability to share and to propagate and to promote. So we welcome you. Give them a wonderful round of applause, please. Now, when you're having Preeti Bhojan today, you will see these young people. Take a moment to chat with them. Not too long, they're busy, they have work to do. But tell them how you feel good about what they're doing. Encourage them and give them complimentary words. Give them positive strokes. Let them come to the appreciation that you know that they are appreciated. Let them come to the appreciation that they are appreciated. Don't see them as, they're here to do this and let's just toss them around and tell them, hey, get here, do that. Let them feel appreciated. And I'm sure they will take that appreciation outside of this world and they will help others to feel appreciated. Sadiq, give them a big hand. So our subject of discussion today, our message, our pravachan today, is on these fruits that God has given us. And we tend to focus on this too, Arth and Kam. In the Ramcharitmanas, in Uttarakhand, Sant Goswami Tulsidas tells us that maybe that's not such a great idea. Kalavati. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Bolo.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. तन कर पल विषयण भाई
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
स्वर्गोत्पल्प अंत दुखदाई
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
स्वर्गोत्पल्प अंत दुखदाई
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
नरतनु पाई विषय मनु देहि
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
नरतनु पाई विषय मनु देहि
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
पलति सुधाते सत्य विषले
श्री राम जय राम जय राम
पलति सुधाते सत्य विषले
श्री राम जय राम जय
हे राम प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र भगवान is speaking to you and I. हे भाई, इस तन का फल विषय भोग नहीं है। स्वर्ग का भोग की स्वल्प है और उसका अंत दुख होता है। आज जो लोग मानव तन पाकर विषयों में मन लगा रखो थे, वे मूर्ख अमृत के बदले विष ले लेते हैं। The Divine Lord is saying to you and I that to live in this world and to only be focused upon the objective of life being sensual, that is the only thing. I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy life. And only that is important, he says, is to live a short-lived life, although you may live long, but a short-lived life of the true beauty of life. And he says, those who are born and who give themselves up, who becomes totally victimized by this sensual attachment, that is all they live for, he says, they are like fools who are taking poison instead of honey. When they have a choice between the two, they're taking one over the other. Now, what is meant by enjoying life? Someone says, Pandit, I want to enjoy life. What does that mean? Young people. When someone says, I want to enjoy life, what does that mean? Should I pick on somebody? How about you? Yeah? Mm-hmm. What is your name? Tell us your name.
My name is Loitaksh.
Okay, like that.
When people mean that they want to enjoy life, they think about having all the luxury in life, such as like their dream job, dream car, dream houses.
Give a big hand. Good. We've heard from the youth. Now I want one of the grown-ups, one of the married person to tell me, when you say, I want to enjoy life, what do you mean? Bye, up. Yes, come. Since none of you are going to volunteer, I have to pick on you. Aye. आप नाम बता दो.
My name is Nitin. To me, enjoying life is doing things. Enjoying life is doing things that I love doing. That gives me happiness and satisfaction.
Stay there for a minute. So, doing things that you enjoy doing that give you happiness and satisfaction. So, don't take this wrong. Is that means just you alone should be happy and satisfied? Do you care about others being happy or satisfied with what you're doing?
Well, yes. Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so while you're standing there, let me get one of our female congregation people. You know, the men usually have their opinions about things, and ladies are very, very subtle with their opinions. So, which lady would like to volunteer? Don't be worried. No brave lady? No brave lady? I'm going to have to pick on somebody then. How about you? Yes, with the blue sari. Good. Give her a big hand, please. Ek minute, eh? Tell us your name.
My name is Tanmati Ramam to you all. Some people think enjoying life is just. Hello? Yes, some people think enjoy life just having houses, big car, and everything, but enjoying life is just making everyone happy, such as your parents, your sisters, and your brother, and your father, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank both of you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Give them the microphone. Now here we have two opinions, all of them very valid. But our thought process is, the gentleman says his fulfillment, when he feels good about what he does, that is enjoying life. And when he's doing things that he enjoys doing, and others will be happy too. The young lady says that it is not only about getting the big house and the car that is enjoying life, but is doing things to make others' lives happy is enjoying life. Now here's the question. How many of us spend our time trying to do things for ourselves, saying we're only making ourselves happy and not having a second thought about anybody else? Don't put your hands up now, please. And how many of us really sit down and said, you know, my happiness really is my mother and father's happiness, or my brother and sister's happiness, or everybody else's happiness? Don't put your hands up now. But ponder these two concepts. Nothing's wrong with any one of them. But it puts us to understand the different perspectives that we have in life. I'm sure my dear brother who said that, you know, fulfillment, in whatever he does, he feels good because I am doing good for others. I feel good about it. The sister who says that I'm doing things for my parents, I feel good about it. But the key here, I feel good. But you know, a man who's got a gun also shoots people and feel good. Take this carefully. So I feel good about what I'm doing. Yes, because I like to do that, I should feel good about it. If I like to eat, I will feel good about it. If I like to sleep, I feel good about it. What I should learn to do is feel good about the things that I don't like to do, that I must do. Feel good about the things I do not like to do, but I must do. Like I have to study. I don't like to study. I better feel good about this too. I don't like to volunteer, but I must do it and I must feel good about it too. I don't like to work, but I must work and I must feel good about it too. So, it is easy to feel good about the things that I love to do, but life's greatest challenge is to love the things that I must do and feel good about it too. When we can do this, we are not enjoying the sensual aspect of the world. We are doing it for the joy that comes that I must do and I like to do because it is my duty to do. Ye kartabya hai. My duty. My duty, what is one of our greatest duties? A duty that we must not forget. Serve humanity. Give him a big hand, please. What is one of our prescribed duties that we must never forget? Everybody. Up, huh? Honor your parents. Give them a big hand. Let me repeat. What is one of the prescribed duties that we must never forget? Who said that? Stand up, please. Stand up. Give them a big hand, please. Wow. I must tell you, I went to a satsang yesterday and I asked that question. It took them a long time and the grown-ups didn't come up with it that easy. But here's a little child. How old are you? 7 years old. Give him a big hand. By the way, he'll be 8 on August 4th. He's invited me to his birthday party. And I think he's invited the entire Ram Mandir also. His mother is worried, where is all these people going to go? Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. In this Chaupai, Sant Goswami Tulsidas is saying, he's cautioning us. Prabhu Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan is cautioning the world, do not let your life be only caught up in doing what you like for yourself, for your joy, for everything. That is a very limited life. Extend your life to do what you enjoy or what you don't enjoy to do but will bring joy to others and ultimately will give you fulfillment. You know, when you do something that you didn't like to do, but in doing it, it brought comfort and joy to others, do you know what it feels like? You can't know what it feels like because you've never done it. Do something that you don't want to do, that you don't like to do, but you know if you do, it will bring joy to others and bring relief to them and comfort. And tell me how you feel after that. It is a different kind of fulfillment because it's one that you are not totally open to. But once you accomplish it, then there is a different level of joy when you did what you had to do because it was your duty, although you didn't like it, but it was your duty. And I leave you with this thought today, that the man who slept and dreamt that life was beauty arose to find that life was only duty. And he who performed his duty well discovered that life is beauty. The man or woman who slept and dreamt that life is beauty arose to find that life is only duty. And he who performed his duty well discovered that life is beauty. Prem Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki, Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. In this final Chaupai, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
सभी लोग आइए.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ताई कबहू बल कहे न कोई, ताई कबहू बल के न कोई, गूंज ग्रह पर नम नहीं कोई. श्री राम
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
आकर चारी लक्ष 84, आकर चारी लक्ष 84, जोनि ब्रह्मतय जीव विनाशी. श्री राम बोलो. श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम. If we come into this world and we only spend our time enjoying these two fruits that are called arth and kam, only to acquire and to enjoy and to have joy without any consideration for anything else but those things, a selfish life of approach to life, he says we will have come in this world and be like a little, well, I don't think you will understand this term, but this is what a wild bead that grows in the forest. You know, if you go in the street area here, you may see dandelions. They're growing profusely. Nobody wants dandelions on the lawns. But sometimes they look very pretty. And then when they come, they bloom, and then they cut them down and throw them away. And nobody will ever remember there was dandelions like that again. If we live our lives only focusing upon the earth and calm, we too will become dandelions. That we bloom and glow, and then chopped up and thrown away, never to be remembered, never to be known that we existed for a day. Such is a sad state of existence when we live only for ourselves in the world. When we live very selfishly. What we should do is to live selflessly. Where we are, as Hanumanji says, the number one priority is service first, and then the self is second. Service first and the self is second. The young man who came up here, I'm sorry, Naam? Yatin. Nitinji. Nitin, how could I forget? Nitin Mukherjee. Nitinji has come to talk to me, and please don't take this in a derogatory, to talk to me about getting involved in the mandir. I just happened to pick on him today because I know that. And he wants to get involved and to do something, and we talked about it, and we're discussing that. Over the last couple of months, amazingly, a lot of grown-ups have come to talk to me about wanting to get involved in the mandir, to do something. Now, by the way, my door is always open, so don't feel that it's difficult to get hold of me. So if some of you are holding back because you think you can't meet me, don't. You can meet me, and we can discuss. Get involved. Do something. Commit yourself. Make it a vocation. And you'll find a new dimension of joy that you never thought existed before. That is doing for others without them doing anything for you. Let me repeat that. Doing for others without having them do anything for you. Doing for others without any expectation. Doing for others that you do not know. Doing for others who do not even care for you. This is the essence of dharma and karma. Prem Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. Our message today was taken from the Ramcharitmanas. And the question from Uttarakhand was that, oh mankind, are we living our lives, wasting it away, only indulging in artha and kam, when dharma and moksha is still plentiful to be enjoyed? Let me take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you. Is there anyone? Kaun pehle baar aaye hai? Who is here for the first time in our mandir? Students also, if you are. Kaun pehle baar aaye hai? One person over there. Anybody else? Only one new person? Give them a big hand, please. Welcome them to our mandir. And we welcome our students also. And we thank them and hope that they will continue to. One of these young men already committed for a long-term volunteer. Where is he? Stand up. Yes, come. I know, come. This is the first day, I know that. But you made a commitment for a long term, didn't you? Yes, sir. Huh? Where is your mom? Mom? She left? Okay, good. He was here with his mom, and he expressed an interest in video photography. And we've been looking for someone to replace Jaideep for quite some time. So now that we have found someone, because Jaideep will be moving on to bigger things, like marriage and so on. So we are training someone now. So he's agreed to be Jaideep's understudy. And he says that he asked his mom, Mom, is that okay? Mom says, I'll bring you, no problem. So I said to Mom, are you okay with this, bringing him? She said, yes. I said, well, you come in. He said, yes. So there's an agreement between him and Mom, and he'll be here literally every Sunday to do this. So you'll be seeing him. Give him a big hand, please. Now he's going to go home and say, what did I make a commitment to? We are proud of our young people. Today's Preeti Bhojan is sponsored by my dear sister. Where are you? Vinita? Please stand up. Vinita is not sure quite where she lives. She lives in North America, actually. Give her a big hand, folks. Stand up. Stand up. Vinita lives in Ohio, is it? Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City. Why would you want to live there? Salt Lake City. But anyway, Vinita was a resident of Toronto.